Hey everybody, this is Juanita from the Heart of Grace Oracle Readings, and I thought that today, being the first day of spring, how exciting is that? And I hope that wherever you are and wherever that you are catching this, that it is actually a beautiful first day of spring. That would be absolutely wonderful. So I thought, you know what? I haven't done a collective reading for a while, so let's do one, shall we? All right. So it doesn't matter when you are watching this, that if the information and the guidance from spirit, if it resonates with you, then it is meant for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Leave it behind. All right, so I'm going to do a collective reading from this beautiful deck called the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Linn. I absolutely love the colorfulness of her cards. So let's get started, shall we? Just tap to release the energy. And as I start to shuffle, what sort of message from Spirit and from the angels, what sort of message does the collective need to hear and need to know? All right, here we go. Let's see what we've got going on. All right. Okay. Ooh. All right. And pull those ones. Okay. All right. And we're going to go with those. All right, let's see what we got here. We do have 3 piles, and the first pile has several cards in it. So let's take a look at that, shall we? Okay, so the first card in this is called Unknown Territory. So it is telling you that you're exactly where you need to be. So if you've kind of got some things kind of swirling around in your mind and you're wondering whether or not this is the path that you are supposed to be on, it is. Spirit is letting you know that this is the path that you are meant to be on. You are exactly in the place where you need to be. And as part of this, even though it's kind of a winter sort of season, winter sort of coloring here, it represents that sometimes, when nothing is going on, or you seem to be just that there's nothing moving, there's nothing going, Spirit is letting you know that even in times of movement, there is these rest periods. Even in these times of your great plans, there's these rest periods. But the thing is that what's happening is that there's things going on behind the scenes. Even though it appears in winter that nothing's happening, it's quiet, it's dead, there's nothing going on. Well, we all know that, the trees are resting, the animals are resting, they're gearing up for spring. And that things start moving. Things haven't died. They're just going on where you can't see them. And so that's just letting you know that you're exactly where you need to be in this exact moment. The next card, which is really interesting, is called Grounding. And with the grounding, it's go deep, explore your roots. And it kind of goes along with the knowing you are exactly where you need to be. This is a time to rest, rejuvenate, but it's also a time for inward reflection, going back to the root and the heart of things. Get grounded. before you're moving forward. And on top of that grounding, there is also the cleansing. There is purification, activates your vibrant life force. So as you're grounding, as you're going within, as you're reflecting, also taking that time to purify your body, to cleanse your body, to maybe spend some time alone out in nature, doing what is best for you to get back on track. So the next card, and you know what? This goes right along with your grounding, with your cleansing. The next card is called Taking Shelter. And that is that the answers are within. I love how this is flowing and that this story is going through is because it's all about you. It's all about you. You may think that that nothing's happening, that the plan that you're working on, the business you're working on, the relationship, maybe the mending, there's some mending family things that are going on, and it doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere. But as you kind of reflect, as you pause, as you step back, the answers are within you. And again, another winter scene where things are kind of going on behind the scenes. And the last card in this first 5 cards, interestingly enough, is that one of the ways to kind of start to bring forward what it is that you want to bring forward, whether it's, I'm really getting a very strong message that someone needs to hear, like in order for something to go forward, relationship-wise, a mending of hearts, connections with other people. It is in order to kind of push this along, or when you start to see that things are opening up, is the grace and gratitude. That through gratitude, joy expands. That as things kind of come out of the dormant time, or the time where you're not seeing any movement, grace and gratitude is what is bringing some of these things forward. In here it's beautiful because it's a nice spring growth, even going into summer. It's just being grateful for those little moments, grateful for the lessons that you have learned, grateful for the time that you took to take care of yourself or to step back and reflect. So someone really needed to hear that right now. The next card in the second group, I love this, joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. There is so much going on in the world right now, and there's such a focus of darkness, and there's such a focus on a lot of things that, individually we can't control. And remember that sometimes the doom scrolling or the watching the news or listening to things that just, again, kind of bring you down. This message from Spirit is to remember joy and take delight and joy in those little things. It could be, enjoying your favorite meal. It could be going outside and all of a sudden, you notice something in the environment that just brings a smile to your face. Maybe you'll see some wildlife, or maybe, even the simple act of opening a door for someone else. Or maybe you're the person somebody opens the door for, and just smile and be grateful for that, just that little thing. or, maybe being somewhere and someone smiles at you. Smile back. Kindness, joy, delight. Remember those little moments. And the last card in this is Navigating by the Stars. I really like this one too, in that it is about following your bliss. You might be in a time of your life right now where you've done everything for everyone else. And now it's time to do for you. Now it's time to take those moments and follow or rediscover. That's another important one, is rediscover what actually makes you happy. And do that. Enjoy those things. Even if it's just for a couple of minutes, or maybe you're kind of in a time right now where you're not even sure what makes you happy anymore. Maybe you've reached that time in your life where, maybe the kids are grown, they're out of the house, and now all of a sudden you have a little more time on your hands. Or maybe your kids are just starting school and you are at home, or you want a job change, or you just want to do something a little bit more that's for you. Follow or rediscover what makes you happy, what creates joy and delight in you. And it's time to focus on you. Grounding. Going back inside, reflect what used to bring you joy. Or maybe you've spotted something, on Pinterest, or you've spotted something that you want to try. It's okay to try and, try something new that you haven't done before. And maybe that'll unearth something that you want to keep doing, that makes you happy, that makes you joyful. Well, I hope you enjoyed this first day of spring collective card reading. Go out there, experience, and watch the reawakening that is happening around you, that spring creates. New birth, new life, new ideas. I thank you for joining me. And again, my name is Juanita, and I am the Heart of Grace Oracle Readings. If you are interested in your own personal reading, reach out to me. Contact me, and I would happily do a full personal reading with you on Zoom. I'll talk to y'all soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.